Welcome everyone to this 6th episode of Breaking the Lines. I'm your host Alex with the usual starting lineup. I've got Kieran here, baggy jeans, but shockingly, no pint in hand. Last one to leave, always the first one banned. How are you doing, Kieran, mate?
Yeah, I'm good. Thanks for that intro. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Then Ross starts talking. No clue what he said. Pure random nonsense straight out of his head. Makes zero sense, but we're laughing instead. One-liner so weird, should be medically read.
Nothing makes sense today. I'm still living in dream world. I've had 5 hours sleep, but let's do this. Crack on.
And Ed's sitting calm, acting cool and serene. But today, he's fighting battles, no toilet scene. If he sprints out mid-chat, don't cause a scene. It's just Ed versus his bowels. You know what we mean. How are you doing, Ed?
I was all right before you read that out, to be honest, mate. But yeah, good to be back.
So strap yourselves in. Let the chaos begin. Bad takes, big laughs, and footballing sins. This is Breaking the Lines, where the madness always wins. We'll start off with the weekend recap. What a weekend in the Prem. Ed, we'll start off with Bournemouth and Liverpool. A 3-2 loss. What do you make of that?
Yeah, no, that was terrible. Unfortunately, I had the pleasure of watching it with all you guys as well, so when the last goal went in, yeah, it wasn't good. But the performance was... You have to give Bournemouth credit because they played really well, but at the same time, just going forward, we didn't create enough chances, and defensively, we looked all over the place. So... yeah, it's not good at the minute.
Ross, I know you watched the game again today. You were focused on that TV, and you always think to yourself, who are these shitheads on that pitch? He was confused watching these men play.
I think these guys stamped their authority. I think they commanded it. They had 14 shots through the whole game. I think they showed that converted to like a .83 expected goal tally. But it had authority, but there was no conversion to that. They were in possession, but there was nothing going forward from them.
You must have been happy, Kieran.
Oh, I was buzzing. Obviously, it's been a great weekend for me. But on Liverpool, I think they're struggling with the small squad they've had at the minute. A lot of injuries. I actually went to the press conference today where Arne Slot spoke about that it's physically demanding. Jeremy Frimpong said that it's a lot more physical, a lot more demanding than the Bundesliga. And Frimpong also interestingly said that it's hard because every team wants to beat Liverpool. So he's sort of implying that teams raise their game to play Liverpool. Quite similar. Alex Ferguson said that in 98 or 99, when Newcastle bottled the title. So there might be some truth in it.
Chob was like, that's the upside. 2 free kicks in a row, massive free kick taker, makes it 2-2. They were 2-0 down. Bournemouth just kept on pushing. You felt like Bournemouth was the most dangerous team in the final third there at the end of the game. You could argue Liverpool should be in that position. Is there a problem with this defence? We were talking about a few weeks back, Van Dijk getting on, Konate's had a scream of a season. Does that scream for recruitment in the summer?
Yeah, no, as you just said there, Bournemouth had plenty. It wasn't like they snatched a goal in the last minute. They could have had 5 within the last 10 minutes. So it's something we've got to sort out. And just on the defensive stuff, so last season Liverpool conceded 41 goals in the Prem. We've already conceded 32 so far, and we're only 23 games in. So something's got to change. I mean, you see Van Dijk's performance was not good.
He's the only fit centre-back at the minute, and it looks like Endo might have to come in. But it just makes it a bit more baffling that they didn't go back in for Gueye. I don't really understand why not.
I mean, Ross, you're obviously a Wrexham fan. I mean,
allegedly.
you'd be taking your chances if you played Liverpool tomorrow, wouldn't you? Yeah.
Well, firstly, Szoboszlai scores more long ranges than Robin Hood. Bournemouth, I think they hadn't won in like 13 matches going into this or something. And but you look at it and think they threw men forward and they just took a gamble and it paid off.
It could have been there for the taking.
You know what it reminded me of? Do you remember, was it 16-17 seaing? There was a 4-3 in that game.
Karius.
Yeah, Nathan Ake scored in the last minute. So there's been some Premier League classics over the years.
But the thing is, with that, what Ross was just saying about how Bournemouth played, the thing in the last couple of weeks is when we've drew to Leeds and Burnley, the whole thing was we're playing against a low block, so we can't get through to them. But now we're playing Bournemouth, who are just as attacking as us, and we're still defensively we're not looking solid. So, as I said, something needs to change.
I mean, on Liverpool, obviously a lot of fans now are getting more and more impatient with Arne Slot. You went back on a good run, maybe saved a few, put a few fans back on his side. Sorry, they're still in the Champions League, obviously. Do you think depending on the run you do there, that's what will keep him or not in his job, because obviously the Prem's out the window. So I imagine anything before, what would you take today as a Liverpool fan? Maybe a quarter-final exit, anything before that would be ciao, gone.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, honestly, I'm quite surprised. I know it's not been good enough, but I'm surprised about how many Liverpool fans are starting to get on this slot-out train. For me, I'm still backing him. I mean, I say it every week, but we won the league last season. That cannot be...
Second time in 30 years of the Prem. I think he deserves credit for that, and like there's so many circumstances this year. Like,
and we can still qualify for the Champions League, which is still a good enough season.
Had seasons where, you know, when he lost his defence and he was playing Nat Phillips, Kabak, Williams, where, you know, they finished in fifth, was it? Or fourth and fifth. So it's like, it can happen. So, you know.
Yeah, should we move on to, you know, time is of the essence? What's going on, mate?
I think they were saying, no, like, Splot's job's in the spotlight. I think he said, like, his post-match or something, his players ran out of energy. You can't call it an excuse, but we can call it an excuse. It's not good. You can't be saying that. They gave it all, don't get me wrong, but you can't be saying they ran out of energy.
It's just it's Slot's decisions, like sticking with Cody Gakpo. I don't understand it when we got Rio and Chiesa. So yeah.
It's a generic answer, and I think the fans need more of an explanation.
And if you loved 3-2 at the Vitality Stadium, we've got another 3-2, this time at the Emirates. Kieran, United, they haven't won there since 2017 in the Prem. What a match. That's what I call vintage Premier League. What's your reaction there?
It's amazing, because I think the last time we won in the league would have been 17-18 season when Jesse Lingard, Millie rocked at the Emirates, and then I'm jumping ahead, but when Cunha, he was dancing at the Emirates again. Yeah. We've had good times there. You know, we won last year in the league. We've had a few, in the FA Cup. We've had a few FA Cup wins, but that was special. You know, like Arsenal, it is anti-football. Like, what is it, like 17th for like open play XG or something like that. It's like it's
set piece FC.
It's a joke. And then United came. You know, first 20 minutes, Arsenal stuck it on us, but then after that Zubimendi mistake, it was, I think United were in control. Arsenal didn't have a proper effort on goal from the 18th minute until Marino's goal, where they're just trying to wrestle the ball in the net. I think Arsenal fans are disappointed. I think Carrick's doing a great job. Arsene Wenger was in high praise of him after the game, saying like United found the perfect balance where Arsenal didn't have that. So I think the positive for Michael Carrick, his record in 5 interim games for United is 4 wins, 1 draw, Arsenal twice.
Coming back to that United squad who won in 2017, I mean, you can play as a team, guys. I've got the team here, the squad that actually beat, the starting lineup that beat Arsenal that game. I'm looking for the score, and I'm looking for the starting 11. Yeah, should we go from goalkeeper up front?
I think Kieran can take this.
Should we try and go one name each, and if we can't, Kieran will finish. In goal, obviously.
De Gea.
Yeah, De Gea. We're 3 at the back in the defence, Ed and Ross.
Is Eric Bailly in there?
Shout, no.
Gelicht?
No.
Delete,
8 years.
8 years ago, no, what?
I'll go. Can I go? Antonio Valencia.
Yeah, he was playing in. It was arguably a 3-4-1-2 when you were attacking that game. And Valencia was there.
I'll go Lindelof.
Yeah, Lindelof was there. 2 other centre backs. What's any ideas?
Maguire wasn't there yet, was he?
No,
At that point?
2017.
Too early.
I'll go for Chris Smalling.
Yes. Next to him, we had an Argentinian player.
Oh, Rojo.
Yeah, midfield. We mentioned midfield / wing back Valencia on the left, obviously.
Sure.
No.
Ashley Young.
Ashley
Oh,
Young.
really?
2 in
Obviously.
midfield. Ross, one who loves to dab.
Oh, Lings.
Yes, attacking midfielder, we had Lingard, but I was thinking of Pogba partnered with...
Tony Marshall?
No, in midfield, central midfield.
17. Matic?
Yes, Matic, yes. So we got Lingard and 2 up front, of course.
Martial Lukaku.
Martial Lukaku,
And
yeah.
the score was 3-1.
Yeah.
And the goal scorers were Jesse Lingard. Yeah. Antonio Valencia, sorry. Then Jesse Lingard. And then it was Lacazette, assisted by Aaron Ramsey. And then it was Jesse Lingard again, assisted by Pogba. Pogba then got sent off for stamping on Hector Bellerin's the back of his leg. And I can... De Gea made a record, 14 saves in that game. De Gea made record, and Aaron Ramsey assisted Lacazette goal as well.
That's ball knowledge. And talking about details of the game, I know Ross. I mean, you were in love with that Dorgu goal. What do you make of that?
Goal of the season contender. Actually, you bring back memories to Arsenal. It was actually comparable. Was it that Ramsey famous goal, the tick-attacker finish? Was it Ramsey?
Wilshere.
And he just tick attack and he tapped into. I know this was more of a top bins, but it's got that empathy. You know, it's got that atmosphere. What's the word you're looking for? It's got that feel to it.
Bruno as well, like it was like instrumental, and like I think he's shown Odegaard serious levels. He was hooked on the 57th minute. Arteta panicked.
The word I'm using is limbs, absolute limbs.
I want to come to Kobe Mainoo. We've seen since Carrick been back in. So I know you were screaming to see him back in midfield as well. A lot of United fans doing bits. Aldo got nutmegged in that game, didn't he? Well, something happened there.
He nutmegged Declan Rice for Cunha's goal.
There we go. So if he keeps on playing, I'll put that out there. And he's, United keep on going on this one. I imagine a lot of people will be bringing in some FPL assets there. I had that plan last week, so I've got 4 transfers in the bank. I'm going big on United. But no, more seriously, I mean, if he plays consistently, can he have a shout for England this summer?
Yeah, I think definitely. Like if Elliot Anderson will probably be in the squad, and then you got Mainoo. I think Price. There's not loads of options. Like you were saying, Henderson, and the other day.
We were watching Carragher go through his England squad, and I think definitely Mainoo has to be there. I mean, we were talking last week about who starts. Mainoo has to start for United, and will start. So I think if he can carry on the good performances, he's definitely.
And how was it? Just to finish on that, how important was the 4-2-3-1 here in this game? Does it prove that Amorim was wrong, or is it just that Carrick has clicked the system?
It's a bit of both. Like. 3 at the back can work, and United have shown up in big games, but we don't have the control. We didn't have the personnel for it. Obviously, you're losing Mainoo, who's great on the ball, and you're risking it. And then it didn't work. And he found this balance with Mbeumo up front, which I did say on the podcast. And Ahmad gets games, and then unfortunately Dorgu's injured now, so Cunha can come in. So there's options, and Amorim just was not utilising them options. Obviously, Maguire's back in centre-back, big shout-out to him. Him and Lissandro complement each other so well. So Luke Shaw back in his natural position. I think United, win at Fulham, and that's when we can start to get a little bit excited.
I was just going to say as well, it wasn't like a depleted Arsenal team. I mean, if you look at the bench, who did they have? So they had Eze, Gyökeres, Madueke, Martinelli and Marino all on the bench. Yeah. So for Arsenal, they have not really got an excuse to be losing that game, especially in the title running. So,
and that leads us into Arsenal, because the thing is, have Arsenal bottled it? Stay tuned. Have Arsenal bottled the league, arguably, again? We could argue maybe we're a bit harsh. It's their first loss since that 2-1 loss to Villa, which was already back in December. Are we harsh with Arsenal, or is it just a sign of how competitive the Premier League has become now, and how you cannot afford to be losing these key games if you expect to be champions, Ross?
I think we got to look at the stats outright. So if you look at in the Leicester title-winning season, at this stage, 23 games played, they had like 47 points. And you take it to a big season where Liverpool, I think it was closing in on 2020, they had about 67. That's 20 points more. There's 6+ wins, isn't it? Worth. So if you look at it now, Arsenal are on 50. Do your own judgment on that, but it's a poor scoring season so far. But that makes it a good season because it means everyone is beating everyone.
Well, I think I'm the way they're playing at the minute isn't sustainable. Obviously, they're 4 points clear of City, who've got Haaland, Cherki, and that they are banging in the goals. Foden can chip in. Villa have got Watkins, Morgan Rogers, and then you've seen the stats of Arsenal. Like Madueke has not scored in 25. Saka's got 4 all season. Gyökeres has got 5 all season. In the league, has he scored against anyone above 15th? That wasn't a penalty. So I think they need to start. And they've got creative players, because in 22-23, with Jesus and they had Zinchenko in the side coming in, they can be creative. Arteta he needs to let them play.
Yeah, you've got any concerns there with the Champions League? Obviously, they're arguably the best team in Europe right now. They're still first in the league, but obviously as they carry on, games will get tighter and we'll have these midweek games as City are closing in. Do you think that's something that can cause pressure towards Arsenal, towards that kind of March, April mark?
100%. It depends how they balance the squad out as well, because they've got so many good players now where Arteta, he shouldn't be stubborn, he should rotate, in my opinion, just to get the most out of all the players. But in terms of the league, I think the good thing for Arsenal is the next 3 fixtures, which I think are massive. They've got Leeds, Sunderland and Brentford, which are all winnable games. Whereas you look at City, you've got Spurs away, Newcastle and Liverpool away. And then you look at Villa, you've got Brentford, Bournemouth and Brighton. So it's a massive few weeks for Arsenal, and they've got to beat the teams that they should beat. Yeah.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Villa are top of the league this time next month. Look at you just listed them games.
You know what, mate? You're reading my mind there. Yeah. Villa only 4 points. We're talking about City. Villa are only 4 points behind. Are we undermining Unai Emery?
Yeah, and I always think, like, Emery got sacked, for having Arsenal, was it in 8th, and he just got to the Europa League final, taking over from Wenger. But then Arteta was allowed this time, and I think Emery, he's got a bit more about him. I think he's a braver coach. Yeah. So I think in the running, if, there's not as much pressure on Villa, and they're not expected to do well, I think, why not?
Yeah. That's the advantage of having that Europa League experience. So obviously, he's a very experienced coach, but he knows that pressure. I remember when he won it twice, people were like, he can't go and win it 3 times, and he did. I feel like, and the media he hasn't got that media pressure, which, the Peps have, which Arne Slot has. So I think that's like a weight off his shoulder. On paper, that squad is, you could argue, the worst out of the 3. I mean, it is the worst out of the 3. But they've got that kind of what we call the grinter in them, the hard-fighting players, Matty Cash, good Kamara in midfield. Anyway, look, I mean, John McGinn, who I've always said is one of the most underrated players in the Prem. Take McGinn out of that team is not the same. Just a well-rounded team.
And they're just about to sign Douglas Luiz as well. Back. I mean, as long as they keep on strengthening the squad, if they get a few more signings in January, I can't. Yeah. Now we're talking about it, I can't think why not.
They could win it even on the last day of the season. They could come out of nowhere, The way it's going now, the Premier League machine's crushing this table slowly. The big boy, Arsenal are coming down. United are coming up even. Look at that guy. What was it? Someone put a big bet on the 40-1. Is that something?
United, was it against? I've mentioned that Newcastle season before. We were this point behind with that many games to play, and
think of like a trash compactor. That's how I'm thinking about it.
I can start with.
I mean, Arsenal City on the 18th of April is going to be a huge game. I mean, if we look at it realistically, if they lose that game, they can only afford to go 1 draw all for the rest of the season, which I can't see happening.
They lost a crunch game. That might have been 22-23 when they lost. Was it 3 or 4-1 where Haaland scored? So I think and then that Southampton game that season as well, they do have it in them to just crumble. So I think Arteta, he needs to be braver now, and I think it's a mistake letting Nwaneri go to Marseille as well, because I think he could offer a lot. He's better than Madueke. Saka isn't doing it right now, and I think that they're just a bit all over the place at the minute.
You can't be affording to lose players that can potentially win you a game and then win you the league. So
something we forget, if they bottle it, so to speak, this season, what do you do for Michael Arteta? What do you do for the Arsenal fans?
Yeah, I mean, as you going back to what you were saying, it depends how far they go in the Champions League as well. They could have a successful run there, but you need to win a trophy.
That would be 4 years in a row finishing second. I think they felt last year was their season, and they just.
I've got concerns with the Champions League. When you get to that quarter-final, semi-final mark, you're often with the same teams. The Madrid, the Bayerns will be flying in the Bundesliga. League will already be in the pocket. Real Madrid, obviously, are who they are, and they've got that Champions League pedigree. So you're never really worried for them wherever they are in the league. But I feel like the pressure on the league and on Arteta's shoulder in the Prem will be costly in the Champions League away as well. So, yeah, interesting times. Don't hesitate to tell us, Gunners, what you think in the comments. Do you think you will bottle it? Do you think 3 times the charm? Let's see. We move on. Breaking the Lines isn't just chaos and debate. It's also football knowledge. All right, Ross. Football knowledge and...
Football knowledge?
Yeah, oh shit.
Game.
Yes,
I thought you were asking.
I've got him here, don't you worry.
Come on.
I won't be watching any of these Saturday games, as I will be in the Burton Albion away end supporting Cardiff.
We'll make it very brief. Obviously, the Prem this weekend. Ross, you're going to kick us off with each prediction. Brighton, Everton to kick off at 3 o'clock. What are you going for, Ross? Brighton at home.
1-1.
I'm going to go 2-1 Everton.
I'm going to go with 1-1 as well, Ross. I'm going to join you there.
1-1.
1-1. Next we have Leeds versus Arsenal, Ross. What are we saying?
1-0 Arsenal.
1-0 Arsenal.
You know what? I'm going to go controversial. I'm going to go 1-0 Leeds.
Do you know what? I watched Leeds against Everton, and honestly, for the first half, they were brilliant. So do you know what? 2-1 Leeds.
At Elland Road.
At Elland Road.
0-0.
0-0, that's a good shout. Then we got Wolves, Bournemouth, Jesus Christ.
Ross.
Wolves are dead and buried. 3-0 Bournemouth.
The least intimidating wolf in the mountain, you say?
Indeed, the howl has stopped. The howl is mute.
I'm going to go 2-1 Bournemouth.
I'm going to go 1-1, to be honest.
Wolves, Bournemouth, you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if Wolves nicked one here. But I'm going boring week. I'm going 1-1.
Okay, and then we have Chelsea West Ham.
2-1 Chelsea.
Both big wins on the weekend. I'm going to go 2-0 Chelsea.
I'm going 2-2. Why not? Give it a,
Yeah, I'm going 2-1 Chelsea.
And then we got Liverpool Newcastle.
2-2.
I'm going to go 3-2 Liverpool.
I'm going to go 1-0 Liverpool.
Yeah, I'm going 2-0 Liverpool.
Should we see what's on Sunday? Yeah, Sunday we should kick off with the 2 o'clocks, which is Aston Villa versus Brentford.
2-1 Villa.
2-0 Villa.
1-0 United.
I think it's going to be 3-0 United.
I'm going to go 2-1 United.
3-0 United.
Forest Palace.
0-0.
1-0 Forest.
I'm going to go 2-0 Forest.
I'm going for a 1-1 draw.
And then we got, Tottenham versus Man City. Man City have often struggled at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
1-0 Spurs.
I like it.
I'm going to go 3-1 City.
I'm going to go 2-0 City.
2-0 City, I agree.
And then we got one more fixture, which is the Monday night, Sunderland versus Burnley. And Burnley did win the reverse fixture. But Sunderland are the only unbeaten team at home, guys. So remember that.
2-0 Sunderland.
Yeah, I'm going to go 2-0 Sunderland.
I'm going to go 2-1 Sunderland.
2-1 Sunderland, agreed. Lads, here is the ranking as it stands. Kieran's still looking for that first point on the leaderboard, although he was the only one who said United would get a shout, so credit is due. Stay tuned. And to finish off, as usual, with some games. Sorry, we've changed the setup, bit of an issue with the camera. We'll get it sorted next week. All right, lads, guess the longest serving managers in football today. I want the top 5.
Oh, that's a tough one, that.
I'm going to go for Pep Guardiola.
Pep Guardiola is number 3 with 9 years at Manchester City.
You got any guesses, Ross?
Is it Roma? Is it Pellegrini?
Excellent shout. Pellegrini is number 5 with 5 years at Real Betis. We're looking for number 1, 2 and 4.
So this is across Europe's top 5 leagues?
Yeah, this is all football combined, yeah.
Bloody hell, this is actually really tough. Have we got any more Premier League ones?
Can you give that to us?
Do you have another Premier League one? I know Thomas Frank was up there.
Oh, yeah. Can't be Emery, can he?
No, it's not Unai Emery. Best competitor, though.
Eddie Howe?
No.
Oh, Mikel Arteta.
Yes.
We just talked about him.
At Arsenal. Time flies, yes. We're looking for number 1 and number 2. You've done the hardest part.
Oh, Simeone?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Diego Simeone. How many years do you think he's been at Atletico?
What, 10?
11.
14.
Really?
14 years at Atletico. Number 1.
Number 1. Oh my
Number
God.
1 is niche. We're talking football knowledge.
Is he at like Athletic Bilbao or something?
No.
Okay.
Like Real Betis.
Can you give us a league or?
No. It's top 5 leagues, that's all I'll say.
Oh, this is tough, this.
I actually don't know.
Yeah, I'm stumped.
You don't know? Right. No ideas. I have to give you a clue. The manager we're looking for is German. We're talking about German manager. Bundesliga.
Bundesliga.
Neglecting the German league, guys.
Gladbach
Yeah.
manager or something. Though.
No, good shout.
Adi Hutter.
No. No, he was on a job recently.
Mate.
He was in and out. No.
I think you're going to have to give us the answer here.
Right. This is the longest reigning manager. 18 years in charge. Frank Schmidt, who is coach of FC Heidenheim in the Bundesliga. Yeah. Tell us if you got it in the comments, lads. That was a hard one.
You didn't.
Right, now, we're going for top 5 most appearances for these players from this country. And we are going from some of my roots, Poland. On that basis, can you name the top 5 Polish players with the most appearances in the Prem?
Oh my God.
Lucas Fabianski.
Lucas Fabianski is not in the top 5. Sorry, no, I'm joking. He's number 1. He's number 1 with 376 appearances, sorry.
I'm going to go Szczesny.
Szczesny is number 4 for Arsenal, of course, 132 appearances.
Always stay with the goalkeepers, Arthur Boric.
Very good shout, mate.
Yes, Ross.
Fifth, he comes in. Do you know the 2 clubs he played for in the UK?
Celtic and Southampton.
Nearly Celtic and
Bournemouth?
Bournemouth. Yeah.
Why did I think-
I said the UK Republic. Sorry, guys. You know what I mean? Okay, we're looking for number 2, number 4, and that's it. Yeah.
Matty Cash.
Mike Cash is number 3 for Villa, 170. We are looking for number 2 and number 4.
Oh,
So you got Fabianski, you got Boruk, you got
Chesney.
Chesney. Yeah, sorry. So we're just looking for.
Cash. We got Cash.
We're looking for number 2 and 3. Oh, you got Cash. You got my Cash.
Yeah.
Okay, number 2.
Number 2. What's the phone?
He played in the Prem.
I'd hope so.
Played in the Prem. I won't really do it. Of course, he played. No, he played for 2 clubs in the Prem.
2 clubs in the Prem.
Which you had kind of a
Thomas Cusack.
good shout. No.
This is tough.
what position?
Can you give us positions?
Can't be a goalkeeper again.
He's in defence.
I'm struggling.
I'll give you the clubs. Villa and mainly Southampton.
Bednarek.
Yes.
Jan Bednarek. That's a shout.
Good shout, good
Yes.
shout.
Yeah, I was quite surprised to see that Kivior is only 10th and Klitsch as well, for those who know, 7th. So yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Dudek was 6th, not in the top 5.
Learn something new every day. Well,
Good chance. Right, great.
Thanks everyone for meeting us on today's episode of Breaking the Lines. As always, we're back with next week. Big thanks to my mate Kieran,
Thanks for having me. Really enjoyed this. Can't wait to be back next week.
Ed,
Yeah, see you next week, guys.
ready as always. Let's do this on 5 hours sleep.